A very big welcome to you, my dear Pisces. A big welcome to the other zodiac signs that are here for an inspiration. When the sun is in Leo, giving the light to the moon in Pisces, we all feel it. And of course, using the moon phases is the easiest way for me to kind of get through the subconscious, the information to us all, right? But particularly to you, my dear Pisces. So let's see what Osho Zen Tarot is bringing. The Seven of Wands, which is Mars in Leo. But Mars is not in Leo, Mars is in Gemini. And when Mars is in Gemini, it's a different energy than right now Mars in Leo. And Mars in Leo is saying, well, you're doing a little bit too much, right? This is like the monkey mind in yoga. And so I think you should really look at this. We're going to look at Mars. We're going to see Mars, the warrior, what he brings. And then we're going to look, of course, at Gemini, because Mars is in Gemini and not in Leo. And so I think you're doing a little bit too much, and I think you need to take a step back. And also, of course, the 7 is the crown chakra. And in our crown chakra, sometimes we think we can do a lot. And then we realize how much tired we are, right, when we do that much. And how much exhausted we are. And that we are, in the end, burnt out. All right, so let's look at Mars. And I love it, right, because I'm going to look and see what the deck that I have for Mars is bringing, because each of the major arcana has their own deck. So you get the Deer. It's an earth sign, and I'm going to look in a minute, but I know she's the mother, and she's lovely. And so something here says, just be lovely. Because the deer, as we know, is one of those animals that we recognize as this gentle energy. It's loving, intuitive, graceful, and the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. So it looks like, and it's the number 11, so it looks like maybe you just have a child. And of course, that's where the 7 of Wands comes in. You have to do a lot and you feel like it's like intense. Now comes the deer. And it's like you're a new mother, right? But we can also be a new mother to an idea, to a project, not just a child. So at the beginning, we need to do so much. And then we are arriving a little bit like, okay, I think I need to rest. So the 11, that's a portal. 7-11 could be on the 11th of July that you had this moment, or 7-11, right, can also be the date in November, on the 7th of November. So observe what's going on with you and recognize that here these little sparkling lights, right, they're a little bit almost like behind her. And maybe you have all these ideas, you have all this, I want to do all this, but there's also the monkey that is gonna like burst the bubble in a second. Now, of course, if I calculate this together, it's the 18. And the 18 is the moon. The moon in your sign is bringing you this. So now we're gonna look at Gemini, because Mars is in Gemini. And I have a deck for Gemini, and that's how I make the decks talk to each other from the 15th century to the 21st century, right? And then it is a very eclectic moment that inspires us all. The 3 of Cups. Mercury in Cancer, and Mercury is in Cancer, so this card is the reality. Reality is coming in and say, well, also think of your friends, right? The 7 and the 3 is the 10. So when you have this moment, literally let the monkey pop the bubble and then come down and meet your friends and enjoy yourself, right? You need that time. Bring your child, bring everything you're doing away, right? Bring your child to your parents, or give it to your friends, right? For maybe just an hour, and enjoy and charge, right? You need to charge yourself. So the 10 and the 11, there's 3 ones and a 0. And 3 times the 1 is self-empowerment in that higher consciousness, the one energy that we need for us to come to a peaceful place. The 0, Uranus, right? And Uranus, of course, is that new beginning. So charge yourself and see that sometimes it's important to literally calm down, be with your friends, and allow that this is charging you, because the 11 and the 3 is the 14. That's temperance. Come into your center, right? And temperance creates a 5. And the 5 and the 7 is the 12. And the 12, that is then left the 3, the Empress. And we can have 3 times the 1 or the 3, the Empress, right? You can calculate it together how you want and see through the numbers what the story is saying. But it's clear, right? You gotta calm down from this and remember to chill. Remember your friends. Enjoy it. Drink not too much, right? Because sometimes we want to drink here and forget everything. Don't do that, because next day it's not such a great day, and then this continues, right? So really recognize this moment and understand that you have the opportunity to calm down with your friends and enjoy the moment. What a beautiful message, right? Yes, this exists, but you also have this, and that creates a 10. And that 10 is then a new cycle, right? Something that you know you can handle, and you can handle a lot, right? Mothers or women in general can handle so much, and through that, just trust that you know what you're doing. I hope I see you in the next one. That's when we get the sun in Virgo. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.